Okay, here we go to Washington, home of the Mariners. And Washington, by far, if you're looking for any kind of businesses in Washington, this is the place you want to go. Washington has a Secretary of State business search, a place you can go to search for any entities. We'll have the link in the description. Now, Washington, I've done a lot of research in all these Secretary of States, been in there a lot, coded through them a lot. Washington is the best one by far of all 50 states. 10 out of 10. Their search is great. The data they return is great. Anyway, let's go to it and I'll show you. So we're going to go through both Washington, the Secretary of State site, and then we're also going to show you how to get that data via API with Postman and other things. So there's officer information. Organization documents are not available. Entity type, I don't know why that's there because it's definitely available. In fact, I'm going to put up my my list of things to do here. Right here, sorry, Washington. Entity type, there we go. Okay. And industry, all that information, it gets all of it. So let's go to their site. This is my favorite. You can search by date range. You can put in, oh, I want businesses registered between this date, and it does a really good job getting them. Business status, all these different things. You can search by the agent or the governor, which are like the officers. All that information you can search by. It's a really good search, and here's a huge other winner for it. So you search by pizza, hit search. And it'll come over and get this information. It's a pretty fast API, and it'll return like just really easily with lots of information. It's coming, it's coming. There we go. So here, we got the CSV right here. You can download, you can export all those records as CSV. The only one to do that, like maybe Virginia. There's a few others, but it's not common. So it's great to have it here. Tons of great information. So again, Washington wins. Washington wins on the best Secretary of State search, in my opinion. So we'll click on that. We'll go in there. Look, all this great information. We have officers right here. What about filing history? So we can get these documents. Why can't we get these documents? I'm going to make a note of that too. Documents. And Virginia. Anyway, Washington, it's a great one. Really like it. So let's go over here to the Cobalt Intelligence API, or portal. So this right here, we're going to show you how to get this data with an API. So you can this is something you can just log in. You can test requests in here to be able to test the data before you're doing the integration. So you're going to pass in right there here, the business name and the state, obviously. And then you get all the information back right there. How come there's no governor? Oh, I see. No, there's no information. Okay, cool. So now we go over here to the postman. We're going to go to Postman, and we're going to show how to do that information. That same thing right here. So this is how your URL is going to be set up. And this is really the base of how you can start building your API integration. You're going to use this URL. You're going to pass it in the search query. You're going to pass in this API key in your headers, x-api-key, with the API key right here, and it'll return all the data right here. There you go. That's how you get it in Postman. Now let's go over to the JavaScript SDK, right there. You hit search, and this SDK is completely free. You can just install it with npm. We're gonna have a link to it in the description, and you just import SOS, initialize it with new, pass in your API key right here, and then you go sosapi.getBusinessDetails, and you'll have things like your business name, your state, which are the required parameters. But then you can also pass in things like screenshot and the street, city, and zip. And so that's what that's doing right now, is getting all that information along with this beautiful screenshot. So let's click on it there. And there we go. The proof that you have been here, you can put it in your file. You can show due diligence. Hey, we went and saw this information. We saw that Jesse Quigley was the registered agent, and that he's also the governor. So that is it for Washington. Again, that's my favorite site. That's my favorite Secretary of State site. I hope you love it just as much as I do. It's a 10 out of 10. If you are fortunate enough to be searching businesses there, you're lucky. And that is all. If this video was helpful at all, just like and subscribe. We can be friends. And that is Jordan Hansen signing off.